Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Everly Junior. Karibu sana if you're new here. Welcome back to returning subscriber. I love you guys. So I've just been thinking about narcissists and how they really waste your feelings and your time and your feelings. So I've just been thinking about it and I don't know, I've just been reflecting and then I just remembered about this narcissist that I experienced a while back. Sorry. So yes, as I've told you before, I've dealt with, I don't know if I should say several, not several, but I've dealt with narcissists. And as you know, in the past, I never really used to understand like what's going on. I used to just think someone is bad, someone is evil, someone is good. I didn't know like there was such a thing as narcissism. So when I discovered it, I think in like 2018 or something, that's when I started like thinking, oh my God, even maybe back then when I was younger, I dealt with a narcissist and I didn't know, I had no idea. So yeah, and then and for people, me, I don't know if I'm old school, but some people define dating as different. But for me, like I feel like dating, in my opinion, I don't know if people differ with their opinions. Don't come here, don't come here. Um, so for people, for some people, it is probably, just me. You have to really define like if this, you're seeing this person. But then for me, I think dating is like, you can go on dates and there's an interest there. So for me, that's my definition of dating. So I don't know about you. You tell me in the comment section down below if I'm making any sense. So this for me was dating, in my opinion. I don't know what it was. So anyway, so now I was just reflecting on it. So now let me tell you, let me just go back. It's like a story time. So when we met, it was just, we clicked, and he was calling all the time, he would make, time to call me, we talk. So we got to know each other so very quickly, like we just got to know about a lot because he used to spend time and just call me and, ask a lot about me, and I was also do the same and just asking questions. So it went on for like 3 days until he now told me, like, you know what? I'm seeing someone. Imagine, like after on the that day, and at that time we had bonded because we were talking so much. Within a day, we talked for hours and hours and hours on end. So at that time, I was so shocked. It hit me, like I was just like, what? How could this be? Like, what? Why didn't you tell me day one? So I asked him about it, and he was like, no, this really didn't come. As in, he didn't see the need, or I don't know what he said. Like some excuse he said. So that went on, and of course at that point I thought I would just cut it off and just count my losses and just go my way. So I did that, but he kept on pushing, kept on communicating with me. Yeah, he kept on just insisting. So when I would tell him like, what do you need? Like, what do you need from me? And you already have a girlfriend. He's like, no, I can't. Kony, I can't have a friend. I'm just a friend. Like, we just will be hanging out. Like, for Kony, is that bad? So it make it seem like maybe I was overthinking. Maybe it's just something innocent. Just meeting up and all that. So he insisted. He would call and really insist. I'm really sweating. Sorry, guys. So he'd insist on us meeting, and so finally I gave in and we met. So he took me out to a nice date, and I remember, and he was very early. So that's what narcissists do. They just discover like what you like, and they magnify it times a million just to impress you. So yeah, and I think for me, food is my love language, and so he'd take me out to nice places. So and he was always on time, like but like there was nothing about like us dating. I don't know what we were doing. We were just meeting, we just talk, and then we just go back home. And then I remember the first day, like he got a call from his mom, which I am starting to even question if it was really his mom or probably that lady. So they talked for hours until I had to turn and just look at the TV the whole time. So it was like 80% of that date was just him talking to the mom. So yeah, that was a red flag, I think. Yeah. So from that point forward, now we kept on meeting. I actually got used to it. When you do something, even though you decided not to do it and to meet someone, you get used to that person. But thank God it wasn't like we never rushed into anything. I never really even met him, invited him over to a place, he never invited me over to his place. It was just like meeting outside. And at a point, I was like, okay, if he wants to spoil me, like, why not? And he'd make time, and it's weird that, because I'm a church girl, like, now he was like, he actually was the one who would even insist we go to church. So you couldn't even have guessed, like, he was a narcissist, you can imagine. So we'd meet, and he was always busy, but every minute he'd give. I actually used to wonder what time does he get this so-called girlfriend. So sometimes I think even the narcissists do that so that they can make you feel insecure, like there's someone else, but probably there's no one who exists. They just play with your mind. So we'd meet even at church, after church, then we'd hang out, like all the time. It's like we used to meet like all the time, and evenings after work, we'd meet. So it was just like that. Yeah, so it went on like that for a while. And it was just dates. And he used to like take me to nice places. And even at one point, actually, he even bought my two friends dinner as well. So it was just like, I don't know what he was trying to do, I don't understand. So it went on like that. Actually, he even met his friend, and I was supposed to meet the family. There was a time like, I think the brother was going to travel or something, but I don't know what happened. Like, I think God also didn't want me to meet them. So it never happened that time that I was supposed to go. They postponed at the time. So I'd already I made the plans at the time that they were supposed to leave, so I couldn't make it anyway. So I never made it. Then there's a time he invited me for a wedding, and I was so for it, actually. I was so for it. And then he told me that I think his brother and the wife were the ones who had introduced the lady to him. So I was thinking, if they're gonna be there, then they're gonna wonder like, who am I? Like, what am I doing? Who am I there as? So at last minute, I think it was like that night before the wedding, I was like, I can't make it. Because I just felt like it was going to be weird and uncomfortable for me, and it wouldn't work. So yeah, I cancelled. So it was just like a lot of things that happened. Him calling me when I talked to his colleagues, like he'd be making it seem like I'm the girlfriend. It's like the person I'm going to marry. He's going to marry. So I think that was just like, yeah, what happened really. And then at one point I just had to, because now it was just getting weird when I asked him like, what is going on? What are we doing? And then, sorry, he'd get pissed off. He'd be like, no, what's the problem? Why do you have to put a gun on my head? It's not like we're like, why do you have to define it? Like, it was just weird. Like, so now he didn't want. And then sometimes it was hot and cold. I think that's when I noticed like there's something not right, because one day he's nice, and then the next day is like, he doesn't even care if I exist. Then I noticed I think he had like an alcohol problem, because he sometimes, even during the week, like on a random weekday, he'd just be high and alcohol, and he's just sounding so inebriated and all that. So I feel like he had a lot of issues that he was hiding. So I think that's how it went on until it was like I couldn't do it anymore, because it was not going anywhere, and he was toxic, hot and cold, and so many things. So that's when I had to just shut it down. And after a while, it was like, but not so long, maybe 3 months. Yeah. And yeah, it really affected me. And you can imagine, like, this is just something you've not even defined, nothing. It's like you're just friends, and it's really affected me. So I was just thinking, wow, narcissists can really, really waste your time. They can really waste your feelings, because I was really invested and I was into it, and I wanted it to work. I wanted it to be bigger. Like, I wanted it to commit and tell me this and this, but it never happened. So like, it was just, so I think people need to be careful of that. It's not like a normal relationship, like you can just move on from. I remember, like, even after it happened, yeah, so basically that's when I had to just leave and just forget about it, because it was just a waste of time, yeah, and energy and all that, because I don't know what he was trying. I don't know if he was trying to mess up with my mind. I don't get it. Yeah, so I just had to, and then after that, like, of course, he kept following me, but I just left him. He actually, I think his colleague was the one asking, oh, what happened? So I think he was acting like I'm the one who broke his heart or something. And I'm like, there was nothing. I just told him the truth, like, like, I think I thought he had a girlfriend, like what's going on? So he was also shocked. I don't know. It was just like weird, and I don't understand, like, why would you want someone you've not even defined anything with, you inviting them to family events that and your sister, your brother and the wife, like you, they're the ones who introduced you to the other lady, like what will they think, and just inviting this person to everything, like, so what will they think, your friends invite you, introducing this person to your friend, like it doesn't make sense. So if you can avoid narcissists, and for the people out there, like just don't judge people who have experienced narcissists before, because you don't know like what they've been through, what manipulations they've been through to get there, and you'd find someone else probably would have stayed for years. You can imagine being with someone like this for years. They've not defined anything, with you, so they'll just waste your time and energy like for years and years. So you can imagine, like, I don't know what they want. It's like they want to have their cake and eat it, and probably have the choice to just the freedom to just do other things and meet other people, because you're not defined anything. You're not gonna, you're not anything. You're not like my wife, you're not my girlfriend, so you won't do anything. So I think that's the reasoning, because it doesn't make sense. Yeah. So that's how it happened. So yeah, narcissism is really deep, and you can imagine this was just like a tip of the iceberg. So you can imagine if you stay with someone or get married to someone like this, or have kids with someone like this, you can imagine you need tons of therapy, I'm telling you. Because I remember after that it was really hard to just move on past that. I don't know why. I don't know why it was so hard at that period to just move on. I don't know. It was really hard. That's what I can say. So yeah, so be kind to people out there. And I think narcissism should be talked about more, and people should be made aware of narcissism. Yeah, because it's really affecting a lot of people in society, especially today. So yeah, that was the topic of today that I wanted to talk about. It's like a story time slash topic of today. So thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, kindly subscribe to my channel, and if I upload a video, kindly ring that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. So thank you so much for watching. As usual, this is video girl, ever engaging. Until next time, bye.